Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
At ito na nga po ang pinakahihintay natin para sa araw na ito. Mula po dito sa ENDERUN College's Gym, Rivalry Saturday here for the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup. Ateneo Blue Eagles laban sa DLSU Green Archers. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po kasama si Coach Russell Raypon. Coach, this is our big one.
Well, like you said, Rivalry Saturday. You know, this is like the Cadillac of basketball games, right? This is like UNC Duke, right? This is Alabama Kentucky. You know, it's everything you want more in a basketball game.
Apit lang po sa mga nanonood sa atin dyan. DLSU University Green Archers laban sa Ateneo Blue Eagles. Mamaya po, Letran Knights and San Beda University Red Lions. At pag-usapan natin itong larong ito, no? Rivalry Saturday. And let's start it with the DLSU Green Archers. And makikita natin, no? Kevin Kiambao nag-post KQ and KB tomorrow. Tingnan natin yung kanilang matchup ngayon at Kian Baklaan on your screens. First glance on him here in the PINOYLIGA Cup, donning the green and white of the DLSU University. Dito naman sa kabilang panig, no, si Michael Asoro posting, no? And Jared Bahay, the prize recruit para naman sa panig ng Ateneo Blue Eagles. Maglalaro na po ngayon for the first time. The first sightings of Jared Bahay in an Ateneo uniform, and their first meeting was in the NCAA in 1924, 100 years ago. And their last meeting, no? It was last November 18, 2023 in the UAAP. And head-to-head matchup for this rivalry series is 56-39 in favor of Ateneo. And their championship meetings are even at 5-all. So you see the impact of this rivalry going not only to the alumni, but also to the ordinary fans of basketball. And let's talk about first the DLSU Green Archers. They won against the Mapua Cardinals 74-72 last April 28.
You know, you're looking at a situation where DLSU is going to get everybody's best shot, and in this, in this game, they got Mapua's best shot. But having guys like KQ and Jacob Cortez on the floor just makes it so much easier and gives your team a level of confidence and comfort, knowing that you have guys that can make plays when plays break down. So wouldn't expect anything less today. And I don't think this gym has seen this many people, even for an ENDERUN game. So we're happy to have everyone join us today.
Para naman sa panig ng Ateneo Blue Eagles, they lost against the Lyceum Pirates 71-68 last April 20 na ginanap dyan sa Amoranto Complex. Andrew Bongo, 12 points, and Mason Amos, 11 points.
The Blue Eagles, they're integrating a lot of new players into their program, into their team, and playing for Coach Tab and that staff, it does take a while of transition to understand the level of play that you have to you're expected to play at if you're a Blue Eagle. So I think this is just another opportunity against a great opponent, to see and gauge where Ateneo is. This is Rolls Royce versus a Bentley. I mean, this is like two star-studded, very fine-tuned teams, coaching staffs. I mean, you're just seeing the best of the best on the floor, and it should be exciting 40 minutes.
And let's see the keys to winning. Sabi ko nga, ito, balance and the well-stacked lineup. Maglalaro ngayon ng big three ng De La Salle, KQ, Kian Baclan, and Cortez, and take the ball game away early from this young Ateneo squad. And ito nga, dumako na tayo sa pagsisimula. Hail, hail, hail para sa De La Salle. One big fight para sa Ateneo. Makikita na natin Ateneo versus De La Salle here in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup. Let's turn it over to Alvin Tanyada, our venue announcer, for the call-ups and the starting five.
Nice crowd. Yeah.
Player number 44, number 15, 30, Ateneo. Player number 18, Chance Carlson. Player number 22, Kyle Ong. Player number 25, Christian Porter. Player number 23, LeBron Nieto. Player number 24, Sean Quinteles. Player number 9, Dylan Bahay. Player number 6, Chris Hood. And player number 21, Mason Amos. And out of the Phillips Sluggers, first for the DLSU Green Archers. Point guard number 13, Ian Bahay. Shooting guard number 0, Jacob Cortez. Center number 21, Henry Altonene. Power forward number 25, Mike Phillips. And at small forward number 28, Kevin Gilbert.
And we are about to start this ball game. DLSU Green Archers going with Kian Baclaan, Jacob Cortez, Henry Agunane, Kevin Kiambao, and Mike Phillips. While the Ateneo Blue Eagles will be starting with Ian Espinosa, Sean Quinteles, Christian Porter, Chris Kuhn, and Mason Amos. The crowd here, Coach Russell, inside the ENDERUN College's gym is electric. The atmosphere is electric. Let's get this one on.
Everybody's waiting on bated breath for this thing to get tipped off. You just know that both teams are going to come out knowing they're playing against their rival, and they're going to be playing at their best.
And Agunane and Porter with the jump ball, won by Ateneo. Ian Espinosa creating now against Kian Baclaan. Mason Amos against Mike Phillips. Porter. Quinteles. Jumper from mid-range is good to lift Ateneo to a 2-0 lead. Baclaan saves the possession for De La Salle. Mike Phillips against Sean Quinteles. Jacob Cortez. Long bomb, no good, but Henry Agunane was there for the tip in to even the score at 2-all.
Gotta appreciate the fact that Ateneo on their first possession was able to execute, and they got the guy they wanted on the short corner for a nice, easy jumper.
Ian Espinosa, meanwhile, sinks that 3-point shot to make this a 5-2 count. Cortez, no go on that sidestep move, but he will be fouled in the process. He will trip the line for 2 shots.
Cortez is just so shifty, and he's able to find those small gaps in the defense to be able to attack, and like he's been doing, he's able to draw fouls and create scoring opportunities for himself.
Jacob Cortez, erstwhile King Lion, after leading the San Beda Red Lions to a championship last season. The NCAA now donning the green and white of De La Salle, following the footsteps of his dad, Mike, who steered the Green Archers to a championship 22 summers ago. Quinteles. Ian Espinosa, extra pass to Mason Amos, inabot doon ni Phillips. KQ gives it to Baclaan, returns it to Henry Agunane. Good find there for Kian Baclaan. Henry Agunane to make the score 6-5 in favor of the De La Salle Green Archers.
That De La Salle backcourt of Cortez and Baclaan, it's so dynamic. Guys who really have a flair for the game, and they're making the game fun to watch.
Yambao, pull up three, no good. Chris Kuhn collars that board. 7 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the first. Ian Espinosa, 10 seconds to work with. Ateneo dumps it underneath, but Chris Kuhn will be fouled.
A little late there on the, chasing the cutter. Always tough. You're going to be playing behind a guy in the painted area. It's not going to end well for you.
Porter, three-point shot. It's good. Ateneo now up 7-6. 7 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first. Mike Phillips turning around, and that's good for Mike Phillips. Again, seizing the lead for De La Salle 8-7. 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Mason Amos. Back to Kitevis. Ian Espinosa dumps it inside to Mason Amos. 5 seconds to shoot. Porter, same spot, short. Baclaan recovers it for De La Salle. Starts the break. Gives it to Cortez at the corner. Tiambao against Amos. Turns around and he will be fouled taking that shot.
You can see how much pressure LaSalle applies in transition offense. The guards are quick, and they're looking up the floor to find open players. It's hard to guard.
Kevin Tiambao really developed holistically in the past 6 months after winning the championship for De La Salle University in the last UAAP season. Then later on joined the SGA team, which featured Dwight Howard on that Dubai Classic, and he was one of the biggest contributor of that team.
Well, he is just such a multi-skilled player. Always look like he's ready for the moment. Again, a luxury to have a guy like KQ on the floor. And when the shot clock runs down, or if it's a broken play, he's going to be able to make something happen.
LaSalle forcing a turnover that possession. They regain possession. Mike Phillips driving strong, but he was clobbered by two blue shirts in taking the rock strong to the cup. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. De La Salle still up by 3, 10-7.
Tough to be chasing the cutter there. Mike Phillips moving without the ball. Got the ball on the run for the attack.
Mike Phillips makes good on that try from the 15-foot line to make this 11-7, a 4-point lead for DLSU. Chips in the second, a 5-point lead now for De La Salle. 6 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Ian Espinosa calling the play now for Ateneo. Chris Kuhn driving, kicks the ball out. Porter, 3-point shot, his second for this ball game, to make it 12-10 now for the De La Salle Green Archers. Baclaan gives it to Agunane. Eye in the sky play. What a pass here by Kian Baclaan to Henry Agunane.
Paint touches, dribble penetration to the middle of the floor. Problem for any defense. Defense has to rotate and just point the ball towards the rim and let Agunane jump up and get it.
It's a preview of the things to come for the De La Salle Green Archers once Kian Baclaan makes his official UAAP debut next season, the season after this one. So we go back into the action. Jacob Cortez. Agunane provides the shield. Step back Three-pointer will be short, but Mike Phillips was there. But they will commit a shot clock violation. Ball possession will go back to the hands of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. 5 minutes 40 seconds remaining. 14-10. Star count in favor of the De La Salle Green Archers. And we have a foul here. It will be against Russell Ogana.
Foul is called number 24. Russell Ogana makes his first to the Green Archers.
I like the fact that Coach Tab has inserted Porter into the rotation earlier in this game. He started the game, and I think he's proven to be a very effective contributor, both on the offensive and defensive end.
Sean Kitevis back to Ayan Espinosa. Balogun provided the shield. One-hander is good. The bank is open for Ayan Espinosa to make it 14-12. Andre Agunane pass on the offensive, and it will be good for the hoop and the harm for the big man of the DLSU Green Archers.
It's really such a luxury to be able to score in transition off of a made basket. I mean, that's just a very heady play by LaSalle, making sure to run the floor on a make, and great catch by Agunane, and a great pass puts him on the line.
And Henry Agunane, bonus free throw is good. Makes good on that three-point play. De La Salle now up 15-12 with 5 minutes 4 seconds remaining here in our opening period. Sean Ketevis against Jacob Cortez. Chris Kuhn thought of the three. Strong drive to the hoop, overcooks it. Goliana covers the rebound. Ketevis stealing it for Ateneo. Ayan Espinosa lines up from outside, hits the side of the ring. Ateneo recycling the offense. Balogun, there will be a foul on that play.
Better floor balance for Ateneo defensively. Davis is able to get that deflection and steal.
And now Coach Russell, the much awaited for recruit of the Blue Eagles, Jared Bahay, checks in for Coach Baldwin for the first time.
You know, there's been a lot of spectacular debuts in PINOYLIGA the past couple weeks. This is just another one of them. Let's see if Bahay can find some rhythm in the game.
And Balogun, overly aggressive in providing the shield for Jared Bahay, commits the offensive foul. Possession now will shift back to the hands of the DLSU Green Archers. 4 minutes, 24 seconds remaining. Raven Cortez checks in for the Green Archers. Give and go. Cortez, no one there. He had good intentions but wasn't aware of his teammates at that time.
Well, Keen, Baclaan, and Cortez have shown a penchant for no-look passes and flashy plays. So sometimes you're going to have a misstep here and there.
Sean Duano goes all the way there with a counter steal from Jacob Cortez. Kevin Cambiao against Chris Kuhn goes to his right, shuffles, but he will commit a dribbling violation. Good defense by Chris Kuhn.
You gotta love his ability to stay in front and defend without fouling, putting enough appropriate pressure on KQ to give the ball up.
3 minutes 46 seconds remaining here. Ateneo in the penalty at this point. Ateneo going for man-to-man defense. Jared Bahay against Kian Baclaan, two of the most prized recruits in college basketball today. Chris Kuhn lines up for a three, no good. Again, DLSU now on the offensive. Baclaan with that Cortez screen, but Balogun says no way.
They were in that drop coverage. At the very least, Balogun was able to be there and contest the shot. That could have easily gone the other way.
Yambao turns around. Balogun was there, but Raven Cortez saves the day for DLSU, and they're now up 5 points, 19-14, 3 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. Balogun wasn't ready for that pass. Goliena will go all the way, but he will be fouled upstairs taking that shot.
That was a tough interior pass or post entry to catch. Sometimes you got to know who you have on the floor in terms of how they like to catch a pass in the post. How good their hands are. Just a little bit too quick, too hard, resulting in a turnover and coming back on the other end here.
EJ Goliena lines up for 2 free throws as Ateneo is now in the penalty. Misses on that first try. We are on the 3-minute mark of this exciting rivalry game between the De La Salle Green Archers against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Lebron Nieto against Kian Baclaan. Gives it to Amos Ben. Receives back. Tuanyo gives it inside. Nice intentions there, but read by the defense of De La Salle.
Tuano probably would want that pass back. Probably put a little air under it, a little loft. It's tough to throw a pass like that through the defense.
Tuanyo gives it to Jared Bahay. 5 seconds to shoot. But he will be blocked by Raven Cortez. The Great Wall of Taft is active today. Balik ngayon ang bola sa kamay ng De La Salle Green Archers.
A little bit of a forced shot by Bahay. Let's see if Ateneo can find ways to get him going downhill.
Ian Baclaan step back. 3-point shot from the corner is good. Building a 9-point lead for the De La Salle Green Archers, 23-14. Entering the 2-minute mark here in the first. Kyle Ong getting ready to check in. Lebron Nieto wants to answer back from way beyond, no good. DLSU now on the attack. Kian Baclaan going for back-to-back three, and it will be good.
I don't know if you can go under on ball screens with Baclaan. He can step in off of a ball screen and knock that shot down. That's a scary prospect for any team playing against La Salle.
12-point lead now erected by the DLSU Green Archers. 10 seconds to shoot for Ateneo. Tuanyo driving hard, but he will be clobbered on the way to the basket, and he will earn a trip for 2 free throws.
You gotta love the level of defensive effort both teams are exerting. Nothing is easy for either team, I think. Right now, Ateneo is able to penetrate the middle of the floor for that La Salle is trying to defend, and the more they can do that and put La Salle in rotation, the easier those perimeter shots are going to be.
Sean Tuanyo making good on that first try from the free throw line. Second free throw is good to make it a 10-point lead still for the De La Salle Green Archers. 26-16, 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining. Kian Baclaan zigzagging, kicks it out to Boris Marasigan. Air ball. Lebron Nieto working his way against Goliano. Nieto.
The first adjustment has been made by Coach Tab, going to a 1-3-1.
Luis Pablo going to Marasigan against Lebron Nieto. But Marasigan's path will be impeded there. The foul will be called probably against Lebron Nieto. Penalty situation for Ateneo.
I don't know, Coach Chris. You look at these teams, these players, these coaches, and for me, you just can't help but think that there's such a bright future for Filipino basketball. The talent,
Marasigan.
the talents there, the athletic ability, the passion for the game. It just speaks to how much the game has grown and how much further it can grow.
True evolution of the game as we are witnessing in front of our eyes. Lebron Nieto checking out together with Kyle Long. Sean Kitevis back in. Last 44 seconds para naman sa panig ng DLSU. Santi Romero fielded in here by Coach Oliver Bunye. 33 seconds. Sean Tuanyo, 10 seconds to operate. Sean Kitevis, 5 seconds. Jared Bahay lines up for a 3. And he will get that shot going.
It looks like Ateneo is looking to get the ball into Amos at the post and play off of a post split or off-ball action. Let's see if they're going to be able to do that in the second quarter.
Ian Baclan wants to close this quarter strong for DLSU. Reverse layup is no go. Scramble for the loose ball. Luis Pablo follow up. And that would be it. De La Salle Green Archers will end this quarter with a 9-point lead, 28-19 against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. We will be back for the second quarter.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
And we are about to begin the second quarter of our rivalry Saturday action between the De La Salle Green Archers against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. De La Salle leading by 9 points at the end of the first, 28-19. What are the things that they have done so far which gave them this lead for De La Salle University?
I think they've really apply the type of pressure that is making it difficult for Ateneo to feel comfortable running their offensive actions. They are applying a lot of pressure on those dribble handoffs. They're fighting through screens. They're just really playing at a very high level on the defensive end. And offensively, they just have so many playmakers.
Second quarter beginning now. Golyena from that pump fake won't go, and ball possession will go at the hands of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. They're facing a 9-point deficit at this point. Ian Espinosa going with against EJ Golyena.
I love this Golyena kid just applying so much defensive pressure, really making it hard for the ball handlers to bring the ball up the floor.
I think he's the designated defender of De La Salle, but Kyle Ong was able to feed himself for that mid-range jumper, make it a 7-point game. But On the other side, Raven Cortez was fouled, taking that shot. 9 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. Kyle Gamber checks in for Coach Tab Baldwin, and Coach Tab Baldwin would want to talk things over. They're trailing 28-21. We'll be back after these few reminders from our friends. And we are happy see a good sized crowd here at the ENDERUN College's gym. Both the alumni of both schools showing up in this rivalry Saturday game between the De La Salle Green Archers and the Ateneo Blue Eagles. We've never seen this crowd before, unless it's a UP game, and even a UP game can more or less compete with the size of the crowd that we have today.
Well, you look at this crowd, and it's again, you know, it's half blue, half green. So both fan bases coming out strong and making this gym very hot as this game continues in the second quarter.
Gamber on that cross-court pass. Ayan Espinosa gives it back to Quitevis. Kyle Ong. Gamber frees himself from way beyond Hatipunan Avenue, and he will score on that three-point shot to make it a 5-point lead.
Very nice.
Yena.
Very nice ball movement by Ateneo on the skip passes, and the ability to find an open and a willing shooter in Kyle Gamber to knock down that three-point shot.
Ateneo was really trying to find him on that offensive sequence. They have plans for it, and that plans came into fruition with that three-point shot. Quick play, Cortez, and follow-up by Luis Pablo. Won't go, but he will get hurt on that try. On the second serving, Kyle Ong the culprit.
It seems like LaSalle has lived at the line these, this first half. Multiple players shooting free throws. The inability right now of the Ateneo defense to keep these guys out of the lane or prevent second chance opportunities.
Tall lineup here being fielded by Coach Oliver Bunyo. You see the versatility that they have with the resources that they have in their possession. Ateneo now working. Porter, pass to Gamber. Gamber waiting for his folks. 8 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Espinosa gives it to Gamber. Espinosa bailout three. Won't go that time. But Quitevis grabs the offensive rebound. Kyle Ong provides a shield for Espinosa. Pump fakes, but someone will be accountable for a foul in that play, which will send Ayan Espinosa to the foul line for two.
You gotta love the stick-to-itiveness of Quitevis and his ability to get the offensive rebound, get a second chance opportunity for his team, resulting in free throws.
And both teams having a powwow. Good communication here being shown by both teams. That's what they separate them from the others, I think so.
It is, in multiple situations, you just see the level of organization and level of detail that both teams are expected to play at. It just speaks to how well they're coached and how well these teams are preparing for each other and preparing for the season.
You see there the culture of both schools working. See Ian Espinosa scoring on that first free throw. Second one is no good. Jake Gaspay grabs that rebound. Jacob Cortez starting the offense for De La Salle. Mike Phillips against Porter, loses the ball momentarily. Cortez against two blue shirts, and the steal was completed. Ateneo knocking on the door right now of De La Salle. Only a 6-point deficit, 31-25, 7.5 minutes remaining, second quarter. Gamber has plans. Porter provided the shield. Gamber, short. Porter, offensive rebound against a phalanx of white shirts. Cortez starting again the offense of La Salle. Kiambao, three-point shot is gone. 34-25 now is our count. De La Salle still up. 7 minutes to go in their second quarter. Ketevis wasn't looking on that shot. But Jacob Cortez, our official says that's a pushing foul against Sean Ketevis.
Right now, Ateneo looks like they're scrambling to find offense. A little, they're getting sped up and a little out of sorts. LaSalle just doing a great job of being there on the catch when the ball is there for the offensive player to catch. They are just able to provide a presence.
Mismatch inside there, capitalized by Ateneo, giving the ball to Porter against Gaspay, who was slow to react on defense.
Nice attack by Porter.
Porter made a 3-ball earlier, sinks the first free throw. (34-26). DLSU Green Archers still up. Second free throw by Porter. And there will be a timeout by the De La Salle Green Archers. They are up 34-27 with 6 minutes 47 seconds remaining here in our second quarter. We will be back. And we are back here at the ENDERUN College's gym for this Rivalry Saturday. And let's analyze the keys to winning. I have said here that DLSU must balance their well-stacked lineup and take the ball game away early. So far, Coach Russell, they have been successful with that. And for Ateneo, the veterans also must produce so that they have a fighting chance against this well-stacked DLSU Green Archers.
Well, definitely, there has been a great balance on the rotation side for LaSalle. They have mixed in their players to great effect, and they never lose a real step or have a drop-off in ability to play. On the Ateneo side, we're looking at their more novice players making a big impact and proving that they can play against the best on a important stage like this, even if it's in the preseason.
Ogano, meanwhile, misses on that three for LaSalle. and Gamber will run out of real estate. And both teams now, players being directed to their respective benches as our officials will review that last sequence. So far, so good. Coach Russell, good size crowd gracing the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup. We have to congratulate our founder, Sir Benny Benitez, our officials, Commissioner Wilson Ang, and technical head Ian Borbe, together with the complete team, the whole team of the PINOYLIGA Cup for today's action. And later also, the continuation of this rivalry Saturday, Colegio de San Juan de Letran, who will make their debut against the San Beda Red Lions. One matchup that more or less everyone also is waiting for.
We are definitely blessed and fortunate to be in this gym. If you're a basketball fan, you're being blessed with some high quality basketball in the summertime, and you can't really complain about that.
Ball possession will go back to the hands of the DLSU Green Archers. 6 minutes 20 seconds remaining. Second quarter. Kian Baclaan, good as advertised for Green Archers. Nice pass inside. Kevin Cambao to Jake Gaspay. And Kevin Cambao, we must commend this. He's an underrated passer.
He is a very special passer because at his matchup is usually going to be a larger player who struggles with maybe moving their feet. KQ is able to attack under control and is able to read the second and third defender. You know, in basketball, if you're a really good offensive player, you're not worried about the on-ball defender. You're looking at the secondary and tertiary defender, and he does a great job of doing that, gets his teammate a great look.
Jake Gaspay being called for the technical foul for taunting, but Kyle Gamber wasting that opportunity and missing that technical free throw. Still, DLSU leads by 9 points, 36 to 27. 6 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. And offensive foul against Kian Baclaan, pushing off Kyle Gamber.
The fans are right on top of the floor. If you're the official, you don't want to get caught calling a foul against LaSalle in that coffin corner.
And the green side of our gym is going wild because it went against Kian Baclaan, and De La Salle is already in a penalty situation with 6 minutes remaining here in our second quarter. Kyle Gamber again, 2 free throws, and the same result as his previous free throw, missing that free throw. Those are the things that these players should work on.
A little bit of reversal of fortune from the first quarter, whereas LaSalle was living at the line. Now with 6 minutes left, Ateneo gets to play at the free throw line on every foul.
Mike Phillips na bitawan ng bola, napaganda pa. Naging pasa pa kay Russell Ogana. 11 puntos na po ang hinahabol ng Ateneo. And there will be an offensive foul against Ian Espinosa.
LaSalle continues to put Ateneo in tough situations where they're having a hard time making decisions on how to operate.
Meanwhile, Christian Porter impeding the way of Kevin Kiambao on that drive, thus committing that foul. Kyle Gamber checking out together with Christian Porter. Balik sa ating laro si Sean Tuanyo, si Sean Catevis. Quick play there. Kevin Cambiao medyo nagmadali doon. Mike Phillips wasn't ready underneath. Balik ngayon ang possession para sa Ateneo. Sean Tuanyo. Chris Kuhn provided that screen. Ayan Espinosa. Hands off to Catevis. 10 seconds to operate for the Blue Eagles. Chris Kuhn. 3-point shot. No go. Tuanyo. Offensive rebound. Ateneo recycling their offense. Ayan Espinosa will have 10 seconds. Balogod providing the shield. 5 seconds to shoot. Good defense. Corner 3. Ayan Espinosa, no good. Baklaan recovers it for DLSU. Baklaan nga tumatakbo. Kevin Kiambao. 3-point shot. Nakakana siya ng isa kanina, but this time it won't go for DLSU's main guy.
I'm speechless, Coach. I don't know what to say. It's just such an up and down game. It's fun to watch. I would like to make this comment. This game is a perfect example of why leagues like the UAP, NCAA should consider having home-at-home games as opposed to having all the games in one venue. I mean, can you imagine a gym, or can you imagine the facility at LaSalle filled to the brim with LaSalle and Ateneo fans right on top of the court, and how exciting that would be to watch and be a part of, and then vice versa. You have, at the Blue Eagle gym filled with people for a game versus UP. I mean, I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
Napakagandang ideya po nilibigay ni Coach Russell. The home and away format for the UAAP sounds good for a proposal. That would be nice, probably for Philippine basketball, if that would be possible in the future. As we now go back in action, Ayan Espinosa having problems. Maitawid ang bola. 4 minutes, 29 seconds remaining. Sean Tuanyo asking for a shield for Kyle Ong. Chris Kuhn. Binigay kay Ayan Espinosa. Sean Tuanyo driving. And mauubusan ng oras doon ng Ateneo. Babalik ang bola sa kamay ng De La Salle Green Archers. 13 puntos na po ang hawak-hawak na kalamangan ng De La Salle Green Archers. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in our second quarter. Mike Phillips gives it to Henry Agonane, and he will commit an offensive foul. Chris Kuhn was in a very good position that time.
Any player that can give up their body for their team is worth their weight in gold. So you got to love the fact that Kuhn stood in there knowing that Agonane had nowhere to go, but threw him, and he was able to give up his body for a charge.
Jared Bahay. Sean Tuanyo hits the side of the rim with a 3-point attempt. Kevin Kiambao running the offense. Henry Agonane, eye in the sky play. No good. Jared Bahay lines up for a long bomb. Short. Baklaan now for DLSU. Eye in the sky, KQ, no good. Sean Tuanyo fighting off Mike Phillips. Pump fakes, and he will get the basket.
I got to ask Coach Chris, I just got to wonder if they teach no-look passes at LaSalle. That's really something that they go to quite a bit.
That free from Kevin Kiambao, his second for this ball game, will be good from that corner to make it 43-29. Still in favor of DLSU. Tuanyo, strong move against Agonane, rattles out. Baklaan ngayon, nag-uumpisa ng opensa sa De La Salle. Kicks it out. Marasigan. That ball will be tapped out. EJ Goldiana babalik kasama si Luis Pablo. papalitan si Mike Phillips at si Kian Baclaan with 2 minutes 49 seconds left here in our second quarter. The fans being given a treat here. Excellent basketball action, but Kyle Ong will be called for a foul against Henry Agonani, who seemed to lose his balance there.
Looked like his shoulders were over his feet and hips. Definitely going to cause you to be off balance, and a slight push is going to push you forward. Fortunate for him, Kyle Long got called for the foul, and he gets to go to the line.
Both teams now in the penalty. Henry Agonani lining up for 2 free throws. That first attempt won't go. Henry Agonani, a vital piece in the title retention of DLSU come the next UAAP season.
You're going to have to be able to provide production at that center position. You have to provide production as a foreign student athlete. So it really does behoove Agonani at this point to get as much experience and work on his game as possible in PINOYLIGA so he can be ready for UAP.
One thing that Henry Agonani should work on is his free throw percentage. As we go back in action here, Chris Kuhn handing it over. Jared Bahay, reverse layup, won't go. But Luis Pablo will be called for the last touch. And the ball possession will be retained by the Blue Eagles with 2 minutes 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 43-29, 14-point lead for De La Salle Green Archers. Chris Kuhn against Luis Pablo, drives strong, gives it up. Kyle Ong, soft jumper, no good. Luis Pablo secures it for De La Salle. Pass intended inside there, deflected, but Ateneo will regain possession. Good hustle play by Ateneo.
Great deflection by Kyle Ong. A little bit of a bang-bang play with his teammate, Nieto, but lucky he's back up and moving his legs. You're going to need to be able to exert that kind of effort defensively and get deflections and extra possessions to get back in this game.
Jacob Cortez checking back in, replacing Henry Agonani. Jared Bahay gives it to Kyle Gamber, but sloppy pass resulting to a turnover. Bola babalik sa kamay ng DLSU Green Archers with 1 minute 57 seconds remaining.
In crucial moments, you're going to have to be able to take care of the ball. Can't lose focus. You have to be able to make sure passes get to the receiver and the ball's moving and the players are moving.
Jacob Cortez, what a beauty of a move, zigzagging his way, and Jared Bahay loses the handle. DLSU good defense. Kiambao from the corner, no good. Cortez recovers it. Pablo kicks it out. 3-point shot, no go for Kevin Kiambao. Tumatakbo ngayon ng Ateneo. Lebron Nieto thinking about the three. 1 minute 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jared Bahay, long bomb, short. Jared Bahay hasn't got his groove in this game, and Coach Tab Baldwin will seize a timeout with 1 minute 18 seconds remaining. Lamang po ang DLSU Green Archers laban sa Ateneo Blue Eagles, 45-29. Magbabalik po kami matapos ang timeout na ito.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And we're back in action here at the ENDERUN College's gym. Puno po tayo ngayon, full house po. And we see here the Salle faithful cheering on their Green Archers. Hating-hati po yung crowd natin dito. One half of the gym is filled by the Green Archers. Ito naman po, makikita nyo na sa ating screen yung blue side ng ating gallery. Ateneo and LaSalle faithful going all in today, supporting their respective schools.
This is the epitome of basketball in the Philippines. A full gym, hot and humid, players exerting max effort, trying to outdo each other, outsmart each other, outplay each other.
There will be an inbound violation, and it's the turn of Coach Oliver Bunyi. Quite a confusion there. Sabi po pala ni Coach Oliver Bunyi, basket, timeout. And na-excite masyado yung ating referee dahil talaga naman exciting itong larong pinapanood natin ngayon. Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. Chris Kuhn lines up from outside, in and out. Cortez grabs the rebound. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Kevin Kiambao against Sean Tuanyo. KQ lines up for a 3, and that will be big. 48 to 29, a 19-point lead erected here by the De La Salle Green Archers with 49 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Chris Kuhn, Jared Bahay, no one there on that attempt. Jacob Cortez sizing up Bahay, zigzagging his move, kicks it out, extra pass, Kiambao, good move, ball movement here by De La Salle, and Luis Pablo finishes strong for De La Salle Green Archers to make it a 21-point lead as we approach the last 15 seconds of the first half. Cal Gamber, binalik kay Lebron Nieto, drive strong. Short on that layup. 4 seconds for Ateneo. Jared Bahay lines up for a 3, and he will close out the first half with a bang for Ateneo, but still they are staring to an 18-point deficit, 50 to 32 as we enter halftime. Babalik po kami with this exciting matchup of our rivalry Saturday, DLSU on top against the Ateneo Blue Eagles after this halftime break.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
By the Blazers.
Don Lim. Getting blocked by Don Lim. Solid defense by Don Lim.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Managing a business becomes easier when you have the right set of tools for your business. And as the premier telecommunication company in the Philippines, you can rest assured that we can provide you with world-class and innovative tech solutions for your company, like acing that presentation with no lag with Eastern IDS a dedicated business-grade internet tailor-fit with high speeds and zero lag. Or to handle your processing, storage, and networking needs with Eastern Cloud, which has a customized cloud platform that's fully scalable and flexible without limits. And by staying connected and protected with Eastern cybersecurity, which helps keep your business safe from online threats. So why spend time waiting when you can spend it on building and managing your business? Let's make business more personal and achieve success together with the connection that knows you best. We are Eastern Communications.
And we are back here at halftime of the game between the rivals, biggest rivals of college basketball here in the Philippines, the LSL Green Archers against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. The LSL Green Archers holding an 18-point lead at the half. Coach Russell, let's go by the numbers.
By the numbers, right now, what can explain this 18-point lead is the fact that LaSalle outpaces Ateneo in field goal shooting percentage, 55% over 37%. 4 more baskets compared to Ateneo. And right now, LaSalle is living at the free throw line. They've made 15 out of 19 free throws versus 5 out of 9 for Ateneo. So you're looking at shot quality and the ability to make a defense pay by getting to the line and making a high percentage of free throws. That's always a good combination, good formula if you want to be successful playing basketball. Right now, you look at the rebounding edge, definitely in favor of LaSalle. So Ateneo will have to find a way with Porter and Ong and Mason Amos to be able to box out, track basketballs as the flight of the ball is in the air and try to steal some rebounds.
We see here Kevin Kiambao leading his well-stacked team with 11 points against Christian Porter's 7 points for Ateneo. As I have said in the pregame, the veterans of Coach Tab Baldwin must step up to keep pace against this strong and deep lineup of the Green Archers. And so far, so good. The personnel of DLSU making wonders in the first half, holding on to this 18-point lead as we begin our second half with the third quarter. Pasalamatan muna natin ang ating mga partners ng Pinoy Liga Cup, Amelie Hotel Manila, Smart Communication, Eastern Communications, Kickstart Coffee, Happy Cow Chocolate Chip Cookies and Box, and our official venue, the ENDERUN College's Gym.
I think the difference has been the ability for LaSalle to defend without fouling. Number 32, Golyena, he's been such a pest on the ball, up the floor in full court. He's a revelation defensively. Just allowing or making Ateneo have to play with a short clock on the offensive end. You're looking at, I think, a situation here, Coach Chris, where Ateneo's trying to find themselves, whereas LaSalle has a little bit better of an understanding and an awareness of who they are and what they're good at.
See what adjustments Coach Tab Baldwin and his staff will make as we begin this third quarter of action. They're staring at an 18-point deficit. Ateneo Blue Eagles. Tuanyo goes downstairs. Christian Porter against Raven Cortez. No go on that semi-hook. Balik ang bola ngayon sa De La Salle Green Archers. Kevin Kiambao against Chris Kuhn. Golyena. Good give and go for Raven Cortez, who stubs that ball in. 52-32, 20 puntos na kalamangan po ang hawak-hawak ng De La Salle Green Archers. Jared Bahay gives it to Chris Kuhn. Ian Espinosa.
Lack of defensive rotation on that dunk by Cortez. Defense wasn't there to contest.
Good give and go play from Chris Kuhn. Christian Porter inside scoring. Kevin Kiambao from the corner, no good. Mark Phillips clubbers that offensive rebound. Raven Cortez downstairs, towering and scoring at will to make it again a 20-point lead for De La Salle Green Archers.
Quality shots, Coach Chris. LaSalle continues to get quality shots at the basket.
Kitang-kita doon kagad yung mismatch kay Raven Cortez, which is why he scored easily. And quick pass inside for Ateneo. Kuhn to Porter again. Two-man game. Gumagana ngayon. Golyena driving strong, but he will be called for an offensive foul as he barrels his way against Chris Kuhn.
Gotta love the fact that Chris Kuhn again sacrifices his body for the benefit of his team. There was a little bit of miscommunication in terms of defensive transition, who was going to take care of the ball, but Kuhn, being the smart player he is, as he saw the ball being driven to the basket, he stepped in and set his feet and take claim to that part of the floor, hence the offensive foul.
Speaking of Chris Kuhn, it's one of the reliables of Coach Tab Baldwin that we are mentioning should step up to guide the young players. Ian Espinosa calling out the play against Jacob Cortez. You have 10 seconds to operate. Sean Tuanyo, elbow three, no good. Golyena, forward pass. Kevin Kiambao gives it to Cortez, who is free on that layup. Jared Bahay, corner three, and his second for this game. And Jacob Cortez driving strong, getting that hoop and harm, and he will troop the line for an opportunity for an end play. Angat na naman po ng 20 puntos ang De La Salle Green Archers, 58-38 with 7 minutes 27 seconds remaining in the third.
You know, it's quite the ability to be able to score from baseline to baseline that quickly, even after a made basket by Bahay. They're able to get the floor in transition, have an advantage, and Cortez, the savvy player he is able to get the ball up, makes the layup, and makes the free throw.
Soft touch from the 15-foot line from Jacob Cortez, making good on that free throw attempt. 20 puntos na kalamangan po ang hawak-hawak ng De La Salle Green Archers against their arch rivals Ateneo Blue Eagles. Jared Bahay, again his third 3-point shot. Nag-iinit ngayon si Jared Bahay this third quarter. Nakakadalawang tres na po. Cortez losing the handle to Chris Porter.
Interesting adjustment that Coach Tab has made is he has two reliable ball handlers. And actually take that three. Kuhn, Bahay, and Espinosa are all in the game together. Hopefully that will cut down the amount of turnovers that we have seen from Ateneo and allow for better shots to be taken.
Espinosa short on that layup. Again, LaSalle running on the attack. Mike Phillips, sinalubong ni Porter, no foul. Again, second serving is good for Mike Phillips. And an N1 opportunity as he was fouled upstairs on that shot attempt.
You know, it's always tough, Coach, in a sense when you're playing transition defense, you do your job and hold up the ball, create a bad shot, but your teammates aren't there to support you and they aren't there to secure the rebound. That's something that probably needs to be addressed for Ateneo to get back in this game, is the ability to have multiple efforts on defense and make sure to secure the ball with two hands and get possession.
Coach Oliver Bunyo drawing out from his deep war chest, sending Kian Baclaan in together with Russell Ogana and Henry Agunane in the middle. Back to a 20-point lead for De La Salle. Ayan Espinosa dancing, kicks it out to Sean Queteves. Mason Amos, who has been silent all game long, gives it to Sean Queteves, who connected from way beyond. Baba sa 17 puntos na kalamangan ang hawak-hawak ng De La Salle. Mike Phillips, pump fake is good. He will score inside. 19 ang kalamangan ng Sean Queteves committing that offensive foul. Mike Phillips sacrificing his body to get the charge.
It's nice to see that these players are getting as much satisfaction from getting stops as much as they are from knocking down shots or layups or getting dunks. Phillips has proven to be a team player throughout his career here in the Philippines. So no surprise that his effort has resulted in drawing an offensive foul.
Rinig namin sa harap namin yung lagabog ng katawan ni Mike Phillips. No? The sound of his body falling on the floor. That's more or less the desire of Mike Phillips to have an extra possession, sacrificing his body for it.
He is, a consummate team player. And, his teammates, LaSalle, are lucky to have him.
Back in action, De La Salle on the offense. Henry Agunane driving strong against Mason Amos, and he will score against the national team standout. Has been silent this ball game. 21-point lead now erected by Ateneo, or rather LaSalle. Amos from 15 feet, no good. Baclaan creating, and out of bounds play against Russell Ogana. He ran out of real estate on that corner 3 attempt. Ball possession babalik sa kamay ng Ateneo.
Baclaan is just so quick up the floor, and he plays with so much pace, keeping the defense on their heels. It's hard to really anticipate what he's going to do when he has the ball in his hands. Definitely an advantage for LaSalle.
Pagkakataon ng Ateneo, ibaba ang kalamangan na ito, which stands now at 21-66 to 45. Chris Kuhn, balik kay Ayan Espinosa, 4-3, no go, but second serving is no go for Chance Carlton. Baclaan loses the ball. Ball possession will go back to the hands of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Ian Baclaan over aggressive on that move.
Well, hand to the cookie jar benefits Ateneo. Be able to knock the ball off of Baclaan's legs as he drives to the basket.
Carlton, balik kay Chris Kuhn. Driving strong against Luis Pablo, no good. Ogana starting the offense of Green Archers. Kiambao thinking free. Gives it to Agunane at the basement. Cross-court pass. Baclaan. No good. But Agunane taps it to KQ. KQ, no look pass to Pablo. And that will count. And Luis Pablo will trip the line for an N1 opportunity.
Man, that KQ is fun to watch.
It's like a local version of Magic Johnson with those no-look passes being issued left and right.
Yeah, you know, it's just so he's such a tough cover because he can do so many things. He's a willing passer. He can put the ball on the floor. He can finish. He can shoot. He can score at all levels. So it's just a matchup problem, and he's so unpredictable in terms of what decisions he's going to make. So definitely a treat to watch, like I said.
Chance Carlton filled it in now by Coach Tab. Jared Bahay, Kyle to Kyle Ong against Luis Pablo. Kiteves in the middle. Kicks it out. Mason Amos finally breaking the spell for this game. Knocks out his first three-pointer, his first point of the game for Mason Amos. Henry Agunane slicing through the defense of Mason Amos, who was helpless in that offensive sequence.
It's challenging defensively if you're only going to wait until the ball gets into the paint to guard it. Definitely, Agunane took advantage of a backpedaling Amos and took the ball right at him.
Kung yung talagang Henry Agunane ang sasagasa sa'yo, talagang aatras ka na lang. Meanwhile, on the other side, Sean Kiteves being in the right place in the right time, drawing the foul on that offensive sequence for Ateneo. He will troop the line for 2 free throws. Malaki-laki po ang hinahabol ng Ateneo Blue Eagles. 71-49. 22 puntos na kalamangan ng De La Salle Green Archers with 3 minutes 6 seconds remaining. Sean Kiteves makes good on both free throws. 21-point lead now.
Can Ateneo string together some stops? That's the question. That's one stop. Let's see if they can get another. Let's see if they can convert on the offensive end and then get another stop.
Boris Marasigan called for an offensive foul on that baseline drive. Babalik ang bola sa kamay ng Ateneo Blue Eagles. Kiteves being bothered by Kevin Cambao. 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining. Kiteves. Foreign student athlete against each other at the post. No good there for Balogun against Agunane. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. Foul away from play as Balogun sinubukang bumawi. They are in the penalty, which means they will be sending Henry Agunane to the free throw line.
When big bodies crash, something bad's gonna happen. Or if you're a LaSalle fan, something good's gonna happen.
Balogun committing his 4th personal foul. Henry Agunane concentrating on his free throw, making his first to make this a 22-point game for De La Salle. 72-50 with 2 minutes 27 seconds remaining. Henry Agunane 2 out of 2 from the foul line. 23-point lead. Yan po ang hinahabol ng Ateneo. Defense is relentless against their ball handlers. Kiteves flanked by 3 white shirts. Kiteves down on the floor. But there will be a foul.
Sort of tough. I feel bad for Kiteves. He had no help. He tried to bring up the ball up the floor. No one flashed. No Blue Eagle flashed to the ball to give him some help. There was no pressure release. So although Kiteves gets credited with the turnover, he needed his teammates to be there for him.
Nakababa na yung dalawang ball handlers ng Ateneo at that time, kaya walang tumulong sa pagkakatrap kay Sean Ketevis. EJ Gullena papasok kapalit ni Jacob Cortez, who was called for that foul. Chance Carlton against Gullena, the designated defender of DLSU. Quick pass inside by Kyle Ong, but he was blocked. Henry Agonene recovers it for DLSU. Boris Marasigan drives strong, and he will score on that floater to make it a 25-point lead for the DLSU Green Archers, 75 to 50. 1 minute 42 seconds remaining in the third. And again, turnover by Ateneo. Kian Baclaan scoring at will in that fast break attack.
It's rare, Coach, when you see a team that relishes playing great defense. I mean, they look like they're having fun getting stops.
And it seems that our officials will be calling a warning against the bench of the De La Salle Green Archers for improper bench decorum. So far right now, the DLSU Green Archers have the right to really celebrate. They're up big, but they have to temper themselves.
Well, when we look at where we are in the preparation for UAP season, you know, for all the excitement this game presents, we're looking at two teams that are really trying to prepare for August, September, October, November. We like to relish in victories and defeats, but in as much as that, we're trying to learn lessons about our team. So, it looks like there's more questions that need to be answered for Ateneo as opposed to LaSalle. They seem to have some answers to some of the questions they probably have had with the addition of all their new players.
Good find inside there by Kian Baclaan to Luis Pablo. And Luis Pablo will be clobbered in making that short stab inside. Then he will troop the line for 2 free throws. LaSalle playing like a well-oiled machine at this point. Samantalang ang Ateneo, puro katanungan ang namamayani ngayon sa kanila as they stare on this 27-point lead by DLSU. Gawin na nating 28-point deficit. Kanilang hinahabol dito. Sabi ko nga, Mason Amos hindi pa naging factor dito sa larong ito for Ateneo, while Luis Pablo and other big men has been doing damage at the shaded lane. The likes of Luis Pablo, Raven Cortez, and as well as Henry Agonane. Kyle Gamber, pull-up jumper, no good. That speaks of the defense, sticky defense of EJ Gullena all throughout this game.
He's been special. I mean, to have a guy like that on your team that can stop players on the perimeter, that's a great player to have.
Jared Bahay in and out for that long shot. Last 36 seconds of the quarter. Kian Baclaan uses Agonane as shield. Lines of 4-3-2 strong. Jared Bahay gives it to Kitevis. Has plans but gives it up to Bahay. No good. Marasigan protects the rock for DLSU. Last 16 seconds. 29-point lead. And a good find here by Agonane. Kicks it out. Marasigan baseline drive. Reverse layup is good. Make it a 31-point lead now for DLSU. Last 2 seconds, Jared Bahay lines up for a 3. And it will be wide. And that will be it for the third quarter of this Rivalry Saturday game. DLSU Green Archers up by 31 points, 81 to 50 against the Ateneo Blue Eagles going into the fourth quarter. Let's see what adjustment will Coach Tab and his lieutenants will employ as we go back after these reminders.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more with Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And we are back here at the ENDERUN College's gym for this full pack Saturday, Rivalry Saturday. The game between the De La Salle Green Archers against their arch rival, the Ateneo Blue Eagles, and the Blue Eagles trail big, 31 points as we go into our payoff period. Coach Russell, what can Ateneo do just to more or less get this game closer than this 31-point deficit?
That's a loaded question, Coach Chris. I think, trying to put on my coaching hat, right now I'm just trying to find some relative success in this fourth quarter. Can my team execute? Can my team get a string of stops? Can my team continue to compete? Those are the things I'm trying to evaluate. Like I said, we're talking about answering questions for your team. I tell coaches all the time, and I tell my players all the time, especially in situations like this, you don't have to be good now. You have to be good when it counts. Right now, LaSalle is proving that they're good and they're formidable. But and Ateneo has a lot of growing to do. But we're gonna look at this game in comparison to the UAP season and see a couple things. Is LaSalle able to continue to play at a high level? That's one question to look at. And is Ateneo able to to have enough growth through this summer, right? And can, in order to be more competitive and to play the way that Coach Tab and Coach Sandy and that staff want them to play.
And there will be an official's timeout as our officials fixes our timer. We are in the 8 minutes and 58-second point of our fourth quarter. DLSU looking good. On the part of DLSU, Coach Russell, more or less, we see here the game is out of reach, 35 points. What can Coach Oliver Bunyi do to experiment out things among his well-stacked lineup?
Well, I think there's an opportunity now to maybe put some players in that haven't had a lot of minutes. You also have to think about, and this is for both teams, right? This is early in preparation. You're not going to reveal all the cards you have in your hand right away. So, right now, Cortez has a residency year, and so does Baclaan. So it's a matter of getting them minutes, establishing some roles. But obviously LaSalle is way ahead in terms of their growth.
And De La Salle up by 37, still relentless on the defensive end. See the culture there, the winning culture, the spells Letter D. Defense. Cannot win championships without that big letter D.
Oh, no, not at all.
Ian Espinosa trying to create for Ateneo. Quitevis, 5 seconds. Extra pass, Mason Amos. Wide. Play continues. And I really wanted what I saw earlier. Coach Tab still being a teacher to his players with this big lead by their opponents. Still teaches the game. He still coaches the team despite of the odds of not winning this ball game for today.
Well, every time you're on the floor, it's an opportunity to learn. You can't take those for granted. So, although it's not the outcome they would like, you have to use this to get better at some level. So that's what Coach Tab is going to do. I've never known him to be anything other than a teacher of the game. At this point, we'll have to see if his team is ready to absorb the lessons they need to learn.
Sean Quitevis will go all the way. Their first score here in the fourth quarter after more than 4 minutes has gone.
I think it's important to also acknowledge the fact, Coach Chris, that if you look at these lineups, you can close your eyes and you can pick 2 or 3 guys on LaSalle's team that are go-to scorers, meaning in a short clock, broken play, those guys will be able to create their mismatch problems. So when you look at that in comparison to Ateneo, are they able to develop 1 or 2 guys who are go-to scorers in a short clock, or who are used to being primary scorers? Right now, you probably have to question whether or not Ateneo's at that place yet. But LaSalle obviously has guys experienced in, having the ball in their hands to score. Ateneo's, they're still developing that. So, and that for me plays a large part of why the lead is the way it is.
In the past, they have the luxury of having a Kiefer Ravena with them, a potent scorer, potent go-to guy. Then later on, his younger brother, 30, came in. And they're working in the system of Coach Tab, but definitely they need a go-to guy who can be depended upon when push comes to shove.
Well, you look at how LaSalle's defending now. They're defending knowing that Ateneo is struggling to score. They're defending knowing that there's no guy that they have to load the box against, because that guy's going to attack the basket and get any shot he wants. So it allows you to have more pressure on the ball. It allows you to play, deny the passes more and be in the lane or in the passing lane, because more than likely, if there is a move made in the basket, that player is not going to finish, so they're going to pass. So if you can play the passing lanes well, then you're going to be able to, get the ball in transition on a deflection or a turnover and score a bucket. So, I think that's something to consider when we're looking at explaining where we are in this game and, how things are unfolding. You look at all the other games we've seen today, the teams that have had go-to scorers or guys that are confident can get their own bucket have won. OFU today, ENDERUN this morning. They've had at least 1 or 2 guys that on a short clock, it was hard for the opposing team to guard. So that's sort of where I think Coach Tab is going to be looking at in terms of, if they don't have a go-to guy, how well can they execute offense? How well can the team really move the ball and move each other so they can get easy looks at the rim?
Let's see what adjustments Coach Tab has done for more or less to chip down this lead.
And Coach Chris, I think as a coaching staff too, you're also looking for effort, despite where you find yourself in the game. Are my players still exerting the effort required for a team to be successful, or have they let up? Have they accepted the circumstances? You're looking at body language, approach to the game. You want to put players on the floor and reward them for playing at max effort all the time.
DLSU still holds that 33-point advantage. Fast break attempt, Chris Kuhn against Cortez. And it will rattle in to make it a 31-point advantage. Comes down to a 31-point advantage for De La Salle. Jake Gaspay.
Coach, that's something to look at. If you don't have go-to scorers, can you create turnovers and easy buckets? Like what they did there to force a bad shot and get in transition, Ateneo did. That's one way you can counteract, not having a reliable go-to scorer.
And one thing that La Salle has, a player like Jake Gaspay who would want to do the dirty job, as we saw on that last sequence.
Yes.
5 seconds to shoot for Ateneo. Ian Espinosa. And he will score on that drive.
Look how fast the ball transitioned from defense to offense. Cortez had that ball in their operating area within 1 second of Ateneo's, getting that shot up and scoring. So that's hard to play against. And it's relentless the entire game.
Mason Amos notably off for today for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Porter kicks it out. Bailout three by Mason Amos. Second three-point shot of the game, knocked in by Mason Amos. 28-point lead still by DLSU with 3 minutes 54 seconds remaining. Russell Ogana against two blue shirts.
You gotta like this defensive effort by Ateneo. They are trying to cover and rotate. And yet, Pablo still is able to get to the 10, take contact and finish. That can be disheartening for any team to put that much effort and cover everything but still have the offense score.
Kagandahan po sa pagkakaroon ng malaking lamang ng De La Salle Green Archers ay nagkakaroon ng mas mahabang playing time at mai-break in si Luis Pablo. Alam po natin, he also came from injury. Speaking of Luis Pablo, callers that Karum. Kevin Cambao now goes all the way. Missed that dunk. Brought the house down probably.
Sometimes the ball just bounces like that. Maybe that's the basketball god saying, let's give the opposing team something to
some of the bench
some
players.
Positive juice.
Yeah. Jake Gaspay running out of space, and Jit Banwit, big man for La Salle, checking in together with Rocco Zamora, son of Mayor Francis Zamora of San Juan. He's my former student. And
Well, there you go.
then we have a timeout by Coach Shab Baldwin and the Ateneo Blue Eagles. They're down 91-64 with 2 minutes 38 seconds remaining in the payoff period. We will be back. We're back in action. Coach Chris King de la Cruz. Kasama po si Coach Russell Raypon. And we are live here from the ENDERUN Colleges Gym in McKinley Hill in Taguig. Would like to thank our partners. Pasalamatan natin ang ating mga kaibigan na sumusuporta. Si Pinoy Liga Cup, Amelie Hotel Manila, Smart Sports, Eastern Communications, Kickstart Coffee, and Box, Happy Cow chocolate chip cookies, and the Ant Box. We're down to the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds here in our rivalry Saturday matchup between the Ateneo Blue Eagles against the DLSU Green Archers. DLSU Green Archers looking good to take home this win. They're up 91-64. Mason Amos fades away, no good. And we have seen here the big three in the making of DLSU playing together. Jacob Cortez, Kian Baclan, and Kevin Cambao running together on the floor.
And we can't forget Mike Phillips. I mean, they're so loaded.
On the part of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, it's Jared Bahay who made his debut here in the Pinoy Liga Cup. 2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining here. De La Salle University Green Archers looking good. Will take home this impending win. And for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, as we enter the last 2 minutes with that Mason Amos short stab underneath, it will be back to the drawing boards. See what went wrong, to see what they can improve. Strong drive there to the basket by Jacob Cortez, not bothered by the defense of Mason Amos.
Shot makers, man. Shot makers make shots. The one thing that's really impressive about Cortez is his ability to explode. He changes speed from slow to fast like few people I've seen. He always keeps the defense off balance.
And Jacob Cortez dagdag pa rin sa highlight reel para dito sa larong ito. See here the big three in the making of DLSU. Jake Gaspay will be called for an unsportsmanlike foul late in this game. A one game by DLSU.
I think they were trying to stop the clock in order for one of their teammates to sub in and get some minutes here as the game closes. You got to appreciate these guys supporting each other. If I may, Coach, I just wanted to send a special shout out to my wife. She had her first weekend of opening her ballet school in San Juan, Northeast Ballet Academy, located at the AYSN Sports Center, 3rd floor. She had her first days of free classes to promote the school. Just wanted to say that I'm very proud of her, and if you have kids that are interested in ballet, boys or girls, please consider Northeast Ballet Academy.
Good venture there by your wife, Coach Russell. Yung mga nasa San Juan po, no? What's the name of the ballet school again?
Northeast Ballet Academy.
Northeast Ballet Academy. Para po dun sa mga kabataan natin na gustong mag-engage into ballet, search nyo lang po. Do you have a Facebook account, Coach, for that?
There is an Instagram account, yes. Let me see if I can find it. And do I have my reading glasses on? Nieto, let's see if he can hit these free throws.
Lebron Nieto making good on that free throw trip to make this 95-67. 14 seconds to shoot for Ateneo after that unsportsmanlike foul by Jake Gaspay. Santi Romero binalik na rin sa laro. Last 1 minute. Ateneo, so much to learn here.
But you want to know what, Coach? As a coach, coaching a team that's learning is pretty rewarding, because as you see the growth and you see these guys, learn, grow, and improve. It's a special feeling, and it can be as rewarding as getting a team or developing a team that is already ready-made to compete at a championship level.
And still, Kevin Cambao relentless on offense. He will be called for an offensive foul. Big win here by the De La Salle Green Archers as we see the last 22 seconds of this game. Send a message to the whole UAAP community what they're built for next season and the season after. Ateneo, meanwhile, back to the drawing boards. Learning curve for them. The boys of Coach Tab Baldwin. But as you have said, come September, November, or October, November, this team, Ateneo team, will be different than what we have seen in the past 3 games with them here at the PINOYLIGA Cup. And that will be it for this game. Final score is 95-67. The DLSU Green Archers winning this rivalry Saturday against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. See the mutual respect here for both teams. Let's just wait for the respective school hymns to be sang. 95-67 final score. DLSU Green Archers snatching this big win against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. And Jacob Cortez is our Antbox player of the game with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And he will be joined later by our very own CJ Ang. Plenty of things to be learned here for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Nakikita natin, nasa learning curve pa rin itong mga bataan ni Coach Baldwin, while the DLSU Green Archers showing their might and their strength and their deep war chest in effect here in this lineup. And let me just remind you, mga nanonood po sa atin ngayon sa ating coverage, our next game is between, again, 2 rivals. This time with the NCAA. San Beda Red Lions will go up against the LIVESTREAM Knights. Before we have that interview, let's take a break for short reminders from our friends.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
And we are back here and with CJ Yang now is our best player of the ball games, Jacob Cortez.
Thank you, Chris. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ang ating Antbox best player of the game, Jacob Cortez of the DLSU Green Archers. Jacob, your squad did not leave any stones in this game against Ateneo. What was going through your mind entering this rivalry game?
We just thought to play hard, of course, and we were just motivated, I guess, since Ateneo yung kalaban namin. But we play every game. We want to play our best, and we want to play our hardest, and I think we did a good job today.
Jacob, how does it feel that the Lasallian community comes out supporting you, even if it is still the preseason for you guys?
It's to me, it's new to me since playing for LaSalle, and especially preseason nga, like sinabi mo na they show a lot of support. So imagine if season na UAP season. I just wanna thank the community for showing out today.
Jacob, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
My family watching live, love you, miss you, all of you. To the LaSalle community, thank you for showing out today. And to my teammates, my coaches, thank you for everything. Thanks for all the tiwala sa kaya ko.
Thank you, Jacob, and congratulations. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, CJ Yang, with our best player of the ball game, Jacob Cortez. And that would be it for our third game. And we'll be back for our fourth game between LIVESTREAM and San Beda after a short while.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.